Okay, guys, welcome to a brand new episode of WrestleSlam, the podcast brought to you by the Macau Casino, Cork City, and of course, in association with Sports Matters TV. Check out our new website, sportsmatters.ie, for all the latest info and more. And check out WrestleSlam on Twitter. We are guilty for not using our Twitter page via WrestleSlam, but we thank everyone that does message us, and we do try and get back to as much messages as possible. We're joined by the one and only Phil Connolly and Matt Murphy. We are the three amigos via WrestleSlam, and this is Ireland's longest running wrestling podcast, and we welcome you yet again to another show. It is Monday the 10th of February. The show will go out Tuesday the 11th at 8 p.m. on YouTube. So you're tuning in right now. Hello from all of us here in Cork, Ireland, and we're going to give you 30 solid minutes of shy talk in regards to wrestling. Okay, so yet again, we've lots of headlines to talk about. We are going to cover the big announcement via Over the Top Wrestling, a new venue, and Elias has been confirmed on that lineup as well. We're also going to talk Rebel County Wrestling, guys. The PAF, it is close. It is almost here. Friday, the 21st of February, yet again at the PAF Cork City. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. We'll have some match announcements there in a bit as well. Also, guys, tonight, obviously, when you tune in tomorrow, the result will be there. Lyra Valkyria will face Bailey on WWE Raw. That's a massive match. So can Lyra come through that match? It remains to be seen, but hopefully she can. And yet again, you know, we had a big episode last week after that Royal Rumble. We hope you all enjoyed it very much. But yet again, it's all things wrestling, guys, and we're going to talk all things wrestling. We're going to talk, unfortunately, releases when it comes to WWE and All Elite Wrestling. Phil Connolly, give us your take on these releases. We'll go to, I suppose, WWE first, and then we'll go to All Elite.
A lot of these probably were actual contracts running out rather than released.
Yeah.
I think they probably had like a couple of weeks left. They're probably told we need to renew. This also as well, I think there's going to be an influx of new talent coming up from NXT. So they're basically pushing out talent to bring in talent. I've always said this before that they have way too many wrestlers as it is. I'm from the list. The Good Brothers maybe because Carl Anderson's injured for 6 months. Still,
Yeah.
I think those are the ones that shocked me the most because I've never seen even under Vince just do that. Release talent who have very serious injuries.
Yeah.
But there must have been some sort of an agreement somewhere. But it's a weird one. And then they released Elektra Lopez as well the day after, so she was just kind of one that kind of got lost in the shuffle, I suppose.
He did, yeah.
But like, is there more to come? Probably not from the main roster, but NXT for sure will have a couple, I think.
Do you think with these releases now that TNA will be on Impact? Well, do you know what I mean? There'll be a lot.
Yeah,
We can see a couple
90
go to
days.
Impact.
Yeah, 90-day really 90-day clauses. So maybe I saw something the other day about a like Indy Hartwell becoming Den Knockout in TNA, so maybe we could see. To be fair, they need new talent always. Always keep you on your toes. But yeah, I'm not surprised by the cuts, but it's a weird time to do it.
Yeah, it is. Who do you think is the best repackaged wrestler these past 5, 6 years? So, like WWE have released, you know, mega stars throughout the years. We've seen so many go to All Elite Wrestling. Who's the best repackaged wrestler for you to come back or to be on the independent scene and say, shit, like WWE need to get this guy back?
I think the first person I think of, and I know I kind of give him praise so many times, has to be Matt Cardona. If I'm
Yeah,
going to be honest,
I was
first
thinking the
person
same
I
thing
think
to
of.
be honest.
Yeah, because I think you know, when he was in WWE and he was Zack Ryder, I think the more before he was leaving WWE, he just like you can get the vibe that he's like not feeling the character anymore. So flat out said like going to the independent scene, going to all the companies was the best thing he does, and he kind of found himself in that area. So there is talks that WWE is going to bring him back down the line because he's ready to go back. But like he said, famously said, he said if he's going to go back, he's not going to be Zack Ryder. He's going to be the Deathmatch King gimmick of Matt Cardona.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Phil, who would be your best repackaged star to leave WWE and you're saying right away, shit, like this person needs to get back
I
to
think it's
WWE?
I think it's Cody Rhodes.
Mm.
Like realistically, Cody and Drew McIntyre
Yeah,
are both went away and rose their stocks, and now they're back bigger than ever.
Mm.
I can't really think of much other
Would
name.
you put Moxley into that category?
I used to, but not anymore.
Mm.
yeah. I'm the same. I wouldn't say Moxley's been there because he's always been like that.
Yeah,
He's always his voice even before WWE. So when he came back, I wouldn't say it was repackaged. It was just him like just becoming who he was the whole time.
yeah.
Yeah, no, interesting
Um,
take. We'll quickly just go to All Elite Wrestling there, and Phil, look, there was a couple of more releases there as well. There was some
just
notable names.
literally half an hour ago.
Mm.
They were well. I don't know if their releases are just contracts run out, but Aleister Black is now a free agent, which means he doesn't have a 90-day release thing. He can show up anywhere, and right now.
Mm.
And the other two surprised me because I thought that they would hold on to say because Ricky Starks was another one. I thought they'd hold on to him, because Tony Khan has been holding on to him for a while. He just didn't want to let him go. Uh,
Mm.
and then obviously the third one, Miro, which it never really fulfilled what he was supposed to be, Miro. I
Didn't even
know.
come near it.
No, we were all kind of like he had that big thing with John Cena and the tank and all that stuff. It was all brilliant.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And then he got embroiled in that whole thing with Bobby Lashley, and it just destroyed him, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think I just did not feel like his Nero character in AEW. It's kind of unfortunate. He just came in being himself, being like this Twitch streamer, uh best man gimmick. And then he turned into becoming this brute and he won the it wasn't the X Division title, no, it was the AEW um AEW, one of the mid-card AEW titles. My brain's paralyzed.
The
And
TNT belt, yeah.
a DZ belt, exactly. Thank you, Phil, for the save. But yeah, he won that, and I think he just went nowhere in AEW. He just lost in the shuffle. And I think it was because they had so many stacked rosters on AEW to use, and I think that was the reason why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Out
agree.
of all these three wrestlers, do any of them end up in WWE?
Ricky Stark, yeah.
Yeah, I think Aleister Black as well.
Mm.
Aleister Black, I could see that. I think Triple H has always been a fan of him when he was on NXT, so he'll definitely bring him in and do him
Yeah,
justice.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. Um, yeah, interesting one. There may be some new releases on fall in the coming days, but hopefully nothing
There's
too
one.
drastic.
There's one more official release, but it's from TNA.
Yeah.
Josh Alexander is now done with TNA wrestling.
Yeah, he's surely WWE bum, is he?
You would like to hope he is, but I think he was quoted before as saying that he's no interest in joining AEW and having cold matches.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he
Uh,
was.
Yeah, I think
That,
so.
that one's a bit of a surprise because I always feel like Josh Alexander is TNA because
Mm.
you have all these companies that you just like see one wrestler in there like AEW, WWE, TNA, and you just see one wrestler that belongs there that you can't really see them like exiting anywhere. Like Seth Rollins with WWE, he is not going to go anywhere down the line. And seeing Josh Alexander kind of leaving TNA, I was like, it's gonna like not lose the spark, but it won't be the same.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
Um, Interesting to see what happens with Josh Alexander. I'm sure we'll hear more in due course. Right, Rebel County Wrestling. We're going to quickly go local, and Rebel County Wrestling, guys, yet again, the 21st of February, which is a Friday. It's at the
Yeah.
PAV Cork City. The doors open at 6:30 p.m. If you haven't got your tickets yet, why haven't you? Tickets are available at eventbrite.ie. There was a trios championship match announced where we'll have CPF take on Party Hardys. So that's a fairly good match. Obviously, you know what I mean. The trios, it's something that Billy Bellum used to always talk about. The night itself is called Rebel Island. I love it. Quite catchy. And also, don't forget, Fabio takes on Keane Noonan, guys.
Yeah.
And yet again, tickets are on sale right now. So grab them ASAP. It's Friday, the 21st of February, live at the pub, Cork City's. Over 18s, full bar service. Strictly over 18s. More announcements to come in due course in regards to that too, guys. There was a massive announcement as well, guys, today, where we kind of got whiffed that OTT were teaming up with MCD Promotions. They had a post up there, might have been about a week ago, and today they announced a massive homecoming show at the Ambassador in Dublin, guys. And yet again, we know Elias, formerly known as Elias, he is on that lineup. Raven Creed, Cork's own Raven Creed is there, Big Demo. The lineup is just incredible. It is incredible. I can see Robbie X on the poster, Trent Seven, and Cara Noor, and Sammy D's there as well. There's so many big stars on that. So tickets are on sale, guys, now. And again, you need to grab your tickets ASAP. They're on Ticketmaster.ie as well, which is a big thing, guys.
Yeah.
So that's telling you MCD Promotions and tickets are on sale at Ticketmaster.ie. Game-changing stuff. I've said this for a number of years. The 3 Arena will happen in the next 24 to 36 months. And I'm mark my words, it's going to happen. But yet again, March 22nd is that date for homecoming. And I'm sure we will be there, guys. So just stay tuned for all the details on that as well. Right, we need to talk all things wrestling as always. I quickly want to mention as well, Debbie Cartel, she's a lady that we know very well in Ireland. You know, she's wrestled for RCW, OTT, and every organization within this country. She is in Japan at this moment in time, and she's wrestling. She's after 2 matches. The promotion, Diana. So yet again, World Woman Pro Wrestling. She's had 2 matches in Japan, and we will follow that journey. But Debbie, we are super proud as always of you. So keep up that great work. We hope you're enjoying Japan, and we will have all the fans updated on all the info in regards to Debbie and LJ Clary over the coming weeks and months, guys. Okay, so there we go. Right, Phil, anything you want to talk about? There's always topics on your mind.
The big one that came out was Kevin Owens signed a new 5-year deal.
Yeah.
Happy
with that one, yeah?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Like, Kevin Owens has never ever reached where he should have been, because I don't he's only won the Universal belt. He's never actually been WWE champion. I think it's time to pull the plug and give him a proper world title reign.
It is coming though, isn't it? It is coming. Surely
it
he's
is now.
champion in the
It
next
has
12
to be
months.
now with this 5-year contract. Has to be. Like, there's no way. There's no other way. Surely, like, in the next 18 months, maybe, like even less, I'd say the next year, he should be up there.
Yeah, I agree. Like, with Kevin Owens, I mean, WWE has used him well, used him really well, but I just feel like that he just needs to have that other big moment, if that makes sense. Like, because I've been a huge follower of Kevin Owens ever since, like, ROH days as well. So I think, yeah, like Phil said, they're gonna have to use him something big within the next 5 years with that contract. Like, don't put it on hold. Don't let, like, people say, like, oh, Kevin Owens is around. Just do him well, do him justice, give him a title shot, I would say.
Yeah, the only thing I don't really like is I'm not sold on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens again at WrestleMania.
But they never fought at WrestleMania, have they?
No, they've tagged, but
They tagged, yeah, they won the belt, and then
yeah, like they've been feuding for fucking 25 years plus.
Yeah, but they
They're
do it so
actually,
well. I feel like.
yeah. My favorite match of theirs was 2010, I think.
NXT.
No, it was Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Final Battle.
Yeah, that one. That's the one. Yeah, that was pretty much intense.
Yeah, I remember when I got into ROH, like back when I discovered more about wrestling outside of WWE, and that I think it's the poster of El Generico and Kevin Steen, like just like screaming, split in half, was like that's an iconic image.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is right. It is. Yeah, it remains to be seen, but I think it is time. It is time for Owens now to to be a major champion, because obviously Goldberg beat him for the belt, Universal belt, and when I think back to that belt, oh Jesus Christ, Balor being the first champion and what they'd done afterwards with it, like it was just fucking. I don't think it was a shambles in the end, but yeah, Owens signs a new 5-year contract.
I think it's time. It's time to elevate him to the next day. I think he has to beat Sami Zayn at WrestleMania.
I think he will, though. I think he will.
I think he will too. Actually, I think so this time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he will. Yeah, quickly to obviously WWE Raw tonight. Obviously, there's a qualifying match. Rey Mysterio battles Logan Paul in an Elimination Chamber match. I'm assuming Logan Paul comes through that one, guys. Yeah.
You would think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I
given
think so.
the stock and all that.
Yeah.
Obviously, Lyra versus Bayley tonight. CM Punk is on Raw tonight. And Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez all battling on WWE Raw tonight as well, guys. Do stay tuned for that. Obviously, we know Bianca Belair have qualified, well, she's qualified for Elimination Chamber on SmackDown last week.
Yeah.
Pretty Deadly beat DIY, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu trending as always. They reckon he's the next big thing. Is he the next big thing?
Jacob Fatu, yeah. Sure, when he first came into WWE, I felt like that everyone knew who he was, and you know with Triple H, if you have like big hype on you, that they'll look into it better. But yeah, at the moment I can't really see him breaking his own. I think they're just gonna really slowly start making baby steps with him, similar to what they did with Solo Sikoa. But yeah, I could see him at least going for the mid card, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's something else, and he's been very impressive, hasn't he?
Yeah. No, 100%. And even just his intensity is just there's no one like him. And the thing is, like, who is he going to fight at WrestleMania?
Who
How
would
does
you
that
put him
do
against?
right
Very difficult. I'd have to really sit because I don't think he's fighting Reigns because Reigns is involved with Seth Rollins.
Yeah. Matt, who do you reckon he could face potentially?
Honestly, I think I can just still see him in the tag team title picture, but we know that's going to be DIY and Motor Machine Guns and
Street
Mountain Road's
Profits.
going to be, yeah, they're going to be focused on themselves. I think maybe I could see him having a good rival with LA Knight. He's the very first person I can think of, maybe like
Yeah.
LA Knight over. Maybe he's going to come after him about how big, because he wants to break out the bloodline officially, maybe.
Yeah, I think in this time next year, I think he'll be gigantic. I think.
Yeah. No, most definitely. Yeah, WrestleMania. WrestleMania it's spiking up. People, people do kind of forget about Solo as well, but Solo, he's still kind of hot, lads. He's still obviously kind of. Did he catch Cody there over the weekend, SmackDown, and then with that spike maneuver? Like Solo's still kind of floating about too, isn't he?
He is, yeah, but like my concern here is do people want to see this match again?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
Cody Rhodes has beaten Solo twice, I think.
Mm.
I know he
Yes,
got
yeah.
pinned. I know he got pinned in that tag match.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like what they're doing now is like I think they're just gonna try and like have that little like match in for Elimination Chamber to get Cody like in the middle of a match before Mania, I think.
Yeah. No,
Mm.
you're right though. Just keep him. It's hard to keep him hot though because I don't think he's with Cody Rhodes. It's just get him to Mania. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah, yeah.
it's a weird one.
Yeah, I feel like with if they're gonna get him facing Solo, we kind of already have our predictions. We're like, nah, Cody's gonna win this one.
Exactly.
Obviously. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
definitely. We have to mention Vince McMahon.
Ooh.
Spotted at the Super Bowl
He
last night.
looks about 5, 6, 7, 8 years younger.
He looks brilliant, doesn't he?
In that picture, he like that mustache is gone, thankfully. It was horrible.
Yeah, bad luck for him, I say. But no, he looked like he lost a bit of weight in a like in a healthy way, obviously.
Yeah, he just looked like the Vince McMahon of 10 years ago. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously, Matt, he was there with the Taker and Shane McMahon. Look, it's obviously good to see Vince is in good health. Like,
Yeah, and he didn't have his walking stick. Uh,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like what is it like? Because obviously Vince does have his laurel like in a circle, like so I still think that maybe at right now, and I know there's a touchy subject, I feel like that he needs to stay away from WWE, like just because WWE I feel like is in a good place with Triple H and everything
yeah,
like that, and
I don't think they're going to bring him back. I don't think they go near that.
yeah, so that was kind of like it.
Yeah, no, it remains to be seen. Does that no chance pop some night? I don't know. Do fans want to see Vince back at some stage? Not in the back, doing his usual stuff. Maybe just in the appearance.
Yeah.
Does he go into the Hall of Fame? Does he stay away from the Hall
There
of
was a
Fame?
rumor there that he was going to try and start a new wrestling company that faded away. Uh,
Yeah, I don't think he would, though, would he?
well, it
Uh,
would, right now I don't know, but it would have been very hard when the story came out at the time because no one was going near him.
yeah, when that
Yeah.
story, of course, we're gonna say that story when that story breaks out. If you hear that type of thing, you can't look at that person the same way
Oh,
again.
yeah.
So like,
I don't think he'd ever go against his baby, Matt, would he?
no,
WWE. He'd never
no,
go
he
up against
couldn't.
them.
Like, yeah, because what I like is like going back about the Netflix documentary that was on a while back. Is like I thought it was just fascinating how WWE first came about. Like it all just started with him taking a risk that he was going to compete with every small local wrestling company by making WWE. So like, of course, he's not gonna tackle what he loves.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I see.
it
Yeah.
remains to be seen. Wait, anything else before we wrap up, lads? Anything you
I
want to
think
say?
one thing I do want to say, and this is kind of like upsetting to say, but what do you feel about the John Cena Pharrell tour so far?
Hit
I'm
and
on.
miss because he's not on it enough.
Yeah. I actually heard a while back, I heard recently that John Cena actually is it just in production for a new film, I think.
Yeah, he's
So
in
that
on.
was one of the re
Yeah.
yeah. I think that was the reason why he didn't win the Royal Rumble, because if he was going to win, if you win the Royal Rumble, you have to show up to every Raw before WrestleMania, and I think his schedule is like preventing that. So I can see him at least winning the Elimination Chamber. I just thought it was strong because if he loses that one and he'll try and get to Mania, so it's going to make him look weaker. It'll be a good underdog.
I think a lot of people also don't want to see Cena fight Logan Paul as much as Logan Paul is great. I just don't want to see Cena and Logan Paul at Cena's last WrestleMania.
Yeah, no one wants him to pull like remember Kurt Angle facing Baron Corbin for his last
That
match.
kind of thing, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we don't get that. Yet again, guys, we thank you all for tuning our way for another episode of WrestleSlam the podcast. If you want to come on the episode, then reach out to Matt or email us at wrestleslam@outlook.com. It's always an honor having you all tuning our way here in Ireland. We look forward to all future shows in due course, RCW, OTT, and more. If there's anything that you want us to mention on the show, then email us as always, guys. WrestleSlam@outlook.com. But for myself,
Also,
Jerry
you
Call,
can also message Instagram because Matt has
yeah,
access.
yeah, and Matt's
I
on
now have
Twitter as
access.
well.
Yeah.
And also on TikTok as well. Everyone forgets that we're on TikTok. So follow TikTok. It's now safe in the United States. How bad?
It
Also, as well,
is.
before we do end, I did see something that I wanted to bring up. Um, did you see that Tony Storm's in a new a wrestling film?
No, didn't see that actually.
It's Queen of the Ring, I think it's called.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's set in like the 1950s or something.
Yeah, she's gas, isn't
You
she?
should
She
definitely
even
go
dressed
check
up as
out the,
Mariah May the other day.
yeah, you should definitely go
She
check.
actually looked like her.
She did actually. She was spot on. That was one of the better things they did. Uh,
Mm.
but if you go look Queen of the Ring trailer, Jim Cornette's in it as well.
Jim. Oh,
Jim
I
is the most
don't know when it's out, but it's out soon.
Jim Cornette is the most calmest man in the history of wrestling.
Yeah.
With all due respect.
I think Jim is
yeah.
the owner of NWA in it, I think.
Yeah, oh, I see it there. Yeah, 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 yeah. It looks good actually. Good cast. Um, yeah, Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
We were checking out, guys. I'm gonna look into that there in a sec. But yet again, we thank you for tuning our way, guys. We will catch you all very soon. From myself, from the one and only Phil Colley, and from the one and only Matt Murphy. Thank you for tuning our way to the WrestleSlam the podcast in association with Sports Matters TV and the McCoke Casino Cork City. We will catch you soon, guys. Adios.
Cheers, guys.